Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah, and in today's video I have my to-do list. Yes, I had it upside down, sorry. Been that kind of morning already. So I have my goal, my to-do list. I'm hoping to do this a little bit more often come the summertime. I'm just about done with work, so I do school nursing. I'm going to be officially out sometime next week on the 15th, God willing, all goes well. So I'll be able to kind of develop a schedule for myself to keep the house clean. I'll also have my son home with me a few days. So just to be able to do all that and get that done is going to be really important to me. And I think it'll kind of help me out in the long run to keep things maintained in the house. But for today, if you're like me and you have a room to get cleaned up, whether you have a checklist like myself, or maybe you know you need to focus on a certain area, let's go ahead and get it done together. If you are focusing on one room or a checklist, leave me a little yellow heart down in the comments below so I know we are working on the same thing today. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the to-do list. All right, my friends, so we are jumping right in, and I'm starting off with dishes and the kitchen countertops. I wanted to make the list manageable and realistic. I mean, sometimes during the day I don't have a ton of time to do things, so I like to break it down. So the dishes had kind of piled up, and such is life. We live in this house, so there's constantly dishes. If it's not in the sink, it's in the dishwasher. And my husband was really kind enough to empty the dishwasher this morning, which I very much appreciated. But I did go ahead and go on with just some soap and water to get the dishes done. Let me know what you guys are focusing on this week. Is there a specific area in your home that you're getting done? Are you guys doing a deep clean before summer? I know I'm just trying to keep the house as, well maintained as I can before summer break. I am super excited that my summer vacation is coming up with the kids. I mean, I'll be in and out a lot this summer. We have 2 new nurses that we have to train, health records as always to do, and we're getting a brand new health office. And I'm telling you, this thing is like a suite. We are very blessed. When it's all said and done, we sat in on the blueprints and the plans, so we're really excited for that. So the summer will be busy for sure. But I also, like I said, I want to make sure that I don't have to, be worried, oh my God, the house is in a mess constantly. I can just go in, do a quick maintenance clean, and go about my day with my son and my husband, enjoying the summer or at work. So once I was done with the dishes, I wanted to go ahead and wash the sink. I did use the Pink Stuff cream cleanser as well as the Dawn Power Wash. That's always my go-to if I don't have the pink stuff. I mean, I personally really like the pink stuff. I know some people out there don't like it. They don't see the big hubbubaloo about it, and I 100% get that. We each have our favorites. For me, it works well. In combo with the Dawn Power Wash. That's always how I've used them, has been in combo. I don't think I've ever really used it by itself, maybe once or twice in the bathroom. But for the kitchen sink and the stove, this is the combination that I like to use. And I have my Scrub Mommy brush, and I'm really just getting some elbow grease in there. It had been a hot minute since I cleaned my sink, so I figure this is kind of in addition to the countertops, but I wanted to get this done because it was looking pretty gnarly. So I went ahead and put some elbow grease in that and then just rinsed it out so I had a nice clean sink. So once the sink was officially clean, or my level of clean I should say, it did take me a little bit longer than expected, but it's all good. I went ahead and started putting the dishes away, wanted to dry them, get them back in their place. Like I said earlier in the video, my husband had emptied out the dishwasher, so that's always, a plus. I was very happy with that. So I was just able to focus on putting things away. Let me know down in the comments, do your countertops look like mine? Do things just accumulate there that don't belong there? So you can see in the middle, some of that are cleaning products, but I have random chocolates, I have a chip container, package, just random things that just kind of sit there and I never put them away. I'm very guilty of that for many things in my house. Like I think many of us are, but specifically in my kitchen, if it's not on the countertops, it's on the kitchen table. The only time again is in the summer because I'm home 24/7 and I can keep up with it. Typically, if you guys are new to my channel, as I mentioned earlier, I'm a school nurse, so I do work Monday through Friday. That's why I'm very excited for summer vacation. We do have the option to work the summer, and I mean, we're there anyways, but like there is a summer school. I usually just decline that and spend the time with my family. But this is why it's important to me to be on top of my house, because when my house is cluttered like this, I honestly feel that stress and anxiety. In addition to this time of the year, it's very stressful at a school. We just had the graduation and things. Finals are coming up for the kids, so we see them stressed. It keeps us stressed because we have end of the year tests to do. So like I said, the clutter definitely adds to that. So I like to keep my home clutter free. Am I always good about it? Heck no. You can see I'm not, but I do try to be. So for the countertops, I'm using the Wayman's quartz cleaner. They're the stone, and I really like this. I've seen some videos on the shorts and like people who share TikToks and stuff like that, but they don't like this cleaner. I like it. I think it does a good job with the stone. I mean, you could always just use some distilled vinegar, hot water, Dawn soap, what have you. I just like something that, it's formulated to protect the stone, and I think that's important. So that's what I like using on my countertops. But let me know what you guys use down below to clean your countertops and your backsplash. All right, so next up on my Thursday to-do list is disinfect toys and vacuum and wash the rug. So I am talking about my son's play area and this. To be honest with you, I've not disinfected the toys for, I want to say weeks, but at this point, it's probably been a couple months. You wipe it down when it needs to be, but I haven't thoroughly cleaned and disinfected this area in a bit. So I'm gonna be tackling the windows. This rug is gonna come up, get washed. Everything's gonna be cleaned out. It really needs it at this point, and then I can just reset it and go through the toys, especially where his birthday is coming up in about 2 months. I want to kind of see what he plays with, what he hasn't touched, even when I've rotated it in or out. That'll be kind of my sign and my cue to donate it or just toss it if it's broken. So my son's toy area, play area, took me a long time to clean, longer than expected, but that's okay. There was just a lot of stuff everywhere, and I mean, it's his play area, it's what's expected, but I did want to give this a good deep clean. Just the carpet was full of crumbs, it had some stains on it, I hadn't washed it in a few months, so you'll see me get to that a little bit later in the video. And I'm brushing off the crumbs off of the chair and the toys onto the floor because I'm going to clean it anyway. So if I'm in the process of cleaning, you'll often see me do that rather than cleaning each individual item, putting it in the trash. I'm going to get it all on the floor so I can vacuum clean it up after. That's just my train of thought. And here I'm just moving things out of the center of the play area so I can really get in there and get it a good clean. So I did break out the vacuum and just kind of clean the side, and you'll see shortly I do vacuum the ruggable, and then once I remove the bottom piece so it doesn't slide, I give it a good vacuum and I'll mop the floor in a little bit too. But let me know what you guys are doing for this weekend. I am super excited. You can't tell in the film footage, but it's been really rainy. We've had a lot of thunderstorms this week, and this weekend is supposed to be really nice. So I'm excited for that. Should be good weather, and we have a lot going on. It'll be jam-packed, but let me know what you guys are up to this weekend.
There is something to be said about how you feel the room up. You walk on by and sting my heart with doubt. Did you notice how I fell hard every time I try to call you up? The line is always busy, and when I see you on the street, I know.
So once I'm done vacuuming the overall area and the little couch there, the rocker, you'll see me get started in on the windows. These windows are probably the dirtiest in the house because they have a ton of fingerprints. My son is eating, snacking, spilling things, running back and forth in his play area, and these windows just get like a ton of stuff on it, and it's all good. So I went in with a sprayway. I took some paper towels and just really cleaned them down. I did kind of take them down and apart probably a few weeks ago to really deep clean them. So for now, I just did the surface area clean on the inside because it needed it. But as you can see, I have the valance on there. I love how big it looks. And to that, I honestly love how my floors look without that carpet there. I mean, I like having the carpet there so my son can play on the floor. It's not cold, X, Y, and Z. But I am very excited in the future when that play area migrates or when he doesn't need it anymore, just to see what that area becomes. We don't really have an idea for it yet. So it'll be fun to see because that ruggable won't be there. All the toys won't be there. So it could be like even a recreation space for my husband and I for like workouts and stuff like that. We could just, I guess the ideas and the opportunities there are endless, but it is what it is. So here you guys see me cleaning, sorry, I was ranting a little bit. Here you guys see me cleaning my son's toy kitchen. This was completely filthy. Which is surprising to me. You guys probably can't see because I did speed up the video a little bit, but those Lysol wipes were really dark, really gross, but I like making sure that everything is disinfected and cleaned. And again, I haven't done this in a hot minute, so while the video may not depict it, because if it did, it would be extremely long. You're probably looking at 40 minutes worth of footage of me cleaning like the kitchen and each individual toy, but I did do that. Obviously, the film doesn't depict that, or the video, I should say, but that's okay. But for me, when you are deep cleaning your child's play space, you should at least pick at least once a month where you are deep cleaning, disinfecting each individual item. Especially for my son, he's going to be 3 in a few months. Things still go in his mouth. He's, a little rough sometimes with his toys. Things are being thrown and spillage. So I think it's a good idea, and especially in the fall and winter months, I'm a little bit better about it in terms of doing it a couple of times, like twice a month, deep cleaning, because that's really when you see the flu and different viruses because the kids are back in daycare, preschool, regular school, what have you. So I try and make it a point to do that a little bit more often in the colder months. So once his kitchen is nice and disinfected and deep cleaned, I finally broke out the old cedar mop. You're going to see the steam rising up from there. I used boiling water, a lot of it, and some Fabuloso just to clean my floors. And I thought it did a good job. It didn't pull up as much dirt as I thought. If I was using this in the kitchen, this mop always looks disgusting after. But for that area, I was pleasantly surprised that it was not as dirty as I thought. I didn't have to go over it twice or anything like that. The mop head still looked good, but I do like this mop if I'm trying to do a deep clean. Especially I will use the boiling water. I know or really hot water, whatever I have on hand. This day I was boiling water for tea. So I used the rest of it and put it in there with some hot water and again, some Fabuloso, and it did a good job. Okay, so I'm gonna be doing some moving around. I'm always trying to find the best setup for my son, so I think I'm gonna move this back. It's always been on this side, the kitchen. I'm gonna actually move it elsewhere. And we're gonna see how this rolls. This is either gonna be really good or really bad for him, it depends. He doesn't mind change. Unlike me, which sometimes I do mind change. But I just kind of want to see how this looks. I used to have the toy chest, toy box thing over here anyways, but I am going to change a few things around. So we're going to see what I come up with, see if he likes it, see if it works. If not, I just move it right back to where it was before. Not a big deal. I did decide to put his toy chest back over here, and again I did clean all the individual pieces off camera, but that's okay. I did have to move around some posters. I super love those. My son is learning at a crazy rate and I'm super happy about it, and he loves all of those posters. The new obsession has been space, and his favorite planet we learned is Mars. That may change, but it's been kind of cool to be teaching him the concepts, science-y, because I do love my science concepts. It's really fun to watch toddlers grow and learn, at least in my opinion.
No telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights. Won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know if I will ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep. Okay, so this is what I've decided on, at least for now. I moved this big chair that used to be in this corner after my snowflake passed away to that corner, and I moved it here. So I figured, you know, closer to the TV, still a comfy seat. I can put a drink down if I need to. I'm probably actually going to move this further that way, towards the couch once I can. And then once the Ruggable, it's still washing right now, it's going to go in the dryer. Once that comes up, I'm going to move that chair by the window, and I'm going to move the little basket of books that you guys see there. I hope that you can see. The little basket of books is going to move by the window as well, so that he can read, extend, do what he needs to do. I moved the kitchen to that corner. I don't anticipate it being an issue. It's always kind of been across this wall, so we'll see how he responds to it over there, but I think it'll be fine. And then his table and chairs will sit there because he still has an angle to see the TV, and the toys I just rotated back over here. So I pretty much like this. There are some toys I'm going to put away for now, just out of rotation, so to speak. I'm going to put away the little alligator that has blocks. We also usually use that for sensory play for sand. The kinetic sand that I have, that other pull apart beaded, it's like Play-Doh. He has a Play-Doh center there that I'll put out over here. I'm also going to put this away for now, which is the basketball slash soccer slash, what do you call it, bowling. I'm going to put that away and just see if he asks for it. If he doesn't, I'll rotate it back out in a couple of weeks. If he plays with it, great. If not, we're going to be making room for some other toys for his birthday, so it might be in the donation pile, but we will see. Now on to the next thing in my checklist. Even though this does not look completely done, I promise you that for me, once the Ruggable comes back out, at least everything's been disinfected. You guys saw me go in depth into the kitchen to disinfect it. I did the same thing here, just off camera, because honestly, it's really it's tedious. So it all got done, it all got disinfected, and it took me longer to do here than it did my kitchen, go figure. But yeah, so that's what that's gonna look like, and on to the next task. So that was a big one checked off my list. So next I decided I wanted a quick break, and I went outside to refill the bird feeders. I do have that flat one in the front because that's where my cardinals, my blue jays, my finches, they all kind of come to the front flat feeder, and I have one in the backyard that I don't have in the video, but that was fun to do because I needed to do that. I like to do that for them, especially in the spring and summer. From there I moved on to the laundry. I was doing my son's laundry. He really needed it done. It doesn't look like much there, but I don't have the bedding for whatever reason here. I forgot to bring it down, but that's okay. So I went ahead in and I divided his clothes up into lights and darks.
much as I do our laundry for my husband and I. So I'm still using the Dreft for him, and that's because I want to finish off that detergent. Once it's done, like I said, I'm going to try him on our regular detergent just to see if he's still kind of sensitive to it. If he is, we'll just find a different alternative. All right, my friends, so got at least my son's laundry done, or a load in there. The only one I didn't get to today is to clean the bathroom, and that's okay. It's always something, you know, I can tackle another day. That's the beauty of to-do lists. There's a lot to get done, but you may not always get everything done on your list, and that's okay. You just prioritize. But ideally, the other pieces that I need to get done, the dishes, you know, the toy area was huge. All of that's done, so I am one satisfied mama. So I'll catch you guys in my next video. I hope you have an amazing week ahead. Bye.